to African leaders and those who have been leading us, do you think we have crossed the line too far? What I mean is, all the support, all the aids, everything that we've been receiving for the past 60 years after independence, have we crossed the line too far that we are at the place where we cannot come back? We cannot say, no, we want to lead by ourselves. Do we have too much debt to the point that we cannot stand for ourselves and say, like, you know what, we forget about you, we're going to work by ourselves? So I feel like the reason why right now we are not like the old days is because of course, commitment, as my colleagues say here, but also fear, the fear of backlash. That's why you see right now in Africa, you'll find maybe one leader or two leaders, they're standing strong to speak confidently against, you know, whatever that is happening against, you know, our continent. But the rest, they don't really say anything because they are scared. They are fearing that the backlash is going to be huge. Maybe we're going to be sanctioned like Zimbabwe or like Eritrea or like Ethiopia. And what are we going to do after then? But you know, when you fear a man, you cannot really go anywhere. You cannot really do anything. And so I think that's why I always say this. Nyerere said this in 1963 when he went to Ghana and they had this OAU summit. He said that without unity, there's no future for Africa. Because the future that we need, the future that we want, it begins with us being united. Because no matter how many sanctions are going to be imposed in certain countries, but if we come together and we protect one another, we are going to survive. There are countries in Africa surviving and they've been living under, you know, sanction for so long time, right? You know what I mean? And in the case that you raised before about the raw materials and everything, it's very simple. When we're united, we just demand for equal trade. Because right now, Africa trade more with Europe than Africa itself. But the thing is, we don't have equal trade with Europe. Like, take an example of Ethiopia. They're trading coffee, but there's no any similarity of the money that is coming from the product that is coming from Africa. But when we come together, we're in a position of demanding that, all right, now all the money that have been taken away from Africa, we demand equal trade. If you want to take our products and bring to us raw material, I mean, we're bringing to you raw materials and you want to bring to us products, we need equal trade. We need fair trade between Africa and them. They need our product anyways. They need our raw materials. So are we really in a position of demand? Right now we don't demand because we are not coming together. We don't have that unity of demanding things together at the same time. Like if we do have that, like, I don't know, like, I know we understand this, but if we do have that, if Ethiopia is doing what it's doing here, what about the rest of Africa? If all of us, we come together, we join our hands, just like our forefathers, they fought against colonialism.